Well, personally, I'm as guilty as anyone. Throughout my life, if there was a mistake to be made, I've made it. I think one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was buying a Mercedes. You know, why did I need a Mercedes? All I needed was transportation. But, my ego got in front of my logic. And as a result, that was not a very good decision on my part because what I was seeking was transportation. Sure, having a nice vehicle is helpful, but the same is true for your home. What you're seeking is a place to be where you're comfortable and you're dry and you're warm in the winter and you're cool in the summer, and you have friends and neighbors that you enjoy being around. But too many people wind up with too much of anything, and I'm as guilty as anyone. In the end, it's not the toys that you have, because as a good friend of mine, I told him, and this guy was quite wealthy, and he died this past year, and I remember telling him, I said, look, that Brinks truck is not going to follow you to the graveyard. And it's true in all cases. I had another good friend of mine several years ago died. He was one of the most benevolent individuals I've ever seen in my life. And I've never seen anyone give away as much money as this guy gave away because he impacted so many people's lives. So he lived his life on purpose. But no, he didn't drive around in the $100,000 pickup truck. He drove around in a clunker because he said, I'm getting to where I'm going. So, getting caught up in the stuff, is the big challenge we all have. And I'm as guilty as anyone. Maybe it's because I've gotten older. I've started realizing, hey, John, you can make some of the best stupid decisions of anybody, but learn from your past. Too many people's parents aren't good role models when it comes to money. I get calls all the time like, hey, we come from a very poorly trained financial background. So, you've got to take control of your life and control your money.